Hi, Becky Schmidt again. My third technology website that I want to use is www.storybird.com. I just started in this about 2 months ago, right after Christmas, and it does say that it is a sign up for free, and it does tell you here how to use it, whether you're a regular user, an educator, a student, professional writer, artist. So of course, as you can tell, teacher and student would be applicable for this, but basically I have created me a sign-in address and password. And so I'm going to sign in. I thought I had already saved this. So let me sign in again. I'm hoping it's going to let me in. Sign in. Okay, so I've done that. Here, when you first get on it, it does tell you as a teacher, because I've got my name up here, that I have to add or invite students. And I have not done that yet because I'm using MobyMax and Scholastic with my students. So you want to put their username, their first name, their last name is optional. So basically a username. You do have to create the new accounts with students. Okay. And it does give you then a class access code to where the students are able then to adapt this and go home and use it at home, which I do like. Okay. It comes up here and it does tell you what you've got in your own account. Then you can be taken to the studio, which I haven't got anything in there. I have no items yet to review. But it does take you to, which I really like. The kids just think this, I did show it to them this last month, but with testing, we have not been able to get to it. So it does go through and you are able to, the kids could pick out any series of book covers and be able to pick from these and set it up the way that they want to write about it. So it does it'll show you some recently added artwork that they can use with their stories. Oops. And then it does give you additional tags over here that you can use to add into the story also. So they can go through, there's just such a multitude of items that they can use, picture forms, but they do have to come up with basically the writing material, the title, look through their pictures. They have to use their creative process in order to come up with all of the characters, the plot, the setting, the summary. So what I would do with this is I would go through and I would give them the elements of the story that they would have to include, kind of give them a rubric in order to set up their book. I would have them go through and take a look at each picture. So say, for example, they choose, oh goodness, to go with this page. They would basically start out by using this art. So use this art. they would choose whether or not to use it as a picture book or a long form book or a poem. They could create a poem from this also, which I thought was really creative. After you go through what, a lesson on poetry and how to set up a poem and what type of poem it would be used. But for right now, it would be create a book title. So they would come down here and they would type in a book title. And say the mystery of, could be a mystery. You would go through also the type of genre that you would want the kids possibly to write to, or like I said, if you wanted them to use their own creative process, they could choose which one that they wanted to write it to. Then they would start writing in this line. They would want to, they could possibly insert any artwork or divider, and then they would want to save it. Then they could go back and add any of this information. Okay. There are also other books that I thought were really cool for the kids to go through that they can read. These are types of captions that they can use for story starters. But there are also books here that go through that talk about stories. There's poetry books that they can look at, and then there are blogs that show them that other kids are writing and how much fun they're having doing so. I really liked the books because this tells, they can go down here and choose. See, these are the books that might be in their range for my 5th grade class. And they can choose from these categories, popular or adventure animals, and see what's being written. There's adventure. And these are all written by kids in this age level. So probably you could be a good idea to preview this for the kids and let them see kind of what's out there and how people have been creative, kids their own age, and it does give them a lot of exciting things to do. I know I've shown this to my class, and they do want to get started here this next week and work on this and see what they can create. The standards that would be used with this is student standard 1B or student standard 2A. For teachers, standards definitely would be anywhere from your 3A, 3B, 4B. But parents, like I said, this is nice because parents are also able to get on with their student, their child, and it would just be a wonderful creative process. And then they could then also get up and use their skills in presentation to present these to the class and show what they have created. It is a wonderful site, and I'm very excited about using it this next week with them. Thank you.